What's good, YouTube? We are back with another video, and today is going to be a simple, just explanation and little trade recap, just summed up of how I position myself, what I'm trying to see in the market, and how to just deal with things when you're down, up, doesn't really matter. So jumping right into the video, I'm already down 370, right? I'm already down on the day. I already know like I lost, and but it's not that it's over, So once I seen this SMT get put in, on this 5 minute, I'm looking like, all right, word, if we run these gaps and we put a change in, I can confidently take my short stab. And I know that I'm confident in this because we already failed to go higher, right? So I'm looking for my add. I'm looking to add my positions fairly quick so that, my order and, the range where my stop loss goes, it's just not that far. So I understand like first, I want to be in this trade with decent amount of size, and second, I do want to be risk free and out of this trade with no risk fairly quick. So I'm just gonna zoom a little bit ahead and bam. So right in this point in time, we start seeing this displacement with a reason to go lower. If we wanted to get higher, right, and manipulate up inside of this, 5 minute, we would have, right? But we didn't. So NQ had already done that though, if you look to the left. So I'm already seeing that. I'm like, well, NQ still has reason to move lower. There's equilibrium all the way resting. And then we also have, a wide open 4 hour on both of these indexes. So I'm looking for a displacement move, and boom, the new 5 minute candle opens up at 9:45, obviously. And then, we start to see that displacement. And as I'm, maneuvering, see, I'm down 370 on the day as I just keep on, staying in this trade, I'm working on my risk. I'm working on keeping my risk tightened and, you know, just focusing on the things that I have to focus on. So, boom, right here is where I'm looking to put my stop loss at the tightest position it can go because I should be break even. Why am I not break even yet? Because I want to still find a reason where I'm comfortable losing, that money. So now 190, super confident in losing that. Why? Because I know that I'm gonna make back more than that. I know I'm gonna at least make back more than 190 if this trade goes to TP, and I'm gonna eat back the loser. So just based off of that, that simply had my confidence like, okay, word, you know? So obviously we're looking for, more displacement out of this. I zoom a little bit ahead and as TP is, going to get hit, I will go break even. So in this position, there's a couple things you got to ask yourself, right? Are you confident with the risk that you have on? Is there a reason that you're not, break even, trailing your stop loss? And you have to really be, first comfortable asking yourself these questions and, in that moment in time because, you know, you just don't know what the market is going to do. The reason I'm not break even here, why, is because I'm looking for 8 of those 9 contracts to then come off, right? And then boom, that drops it to 1. So bam. Now I ate back my loss. I ate back, whatever I was going to risk. Not that it's even on the table anymore. And now I'm like, okay, word, I want to see sell side be the draw. So sell side's way deeper. So I then, obviously move that way deeper. And what happens? We get stopped at break even. And, we're up about 286 on the day. Simple. So now I'm not seeing anything in this position yet, but I'm like, okay, word, like there's a reason we didn't still go lower. And I don't think we want to get back, change up here, run this gap. Like, nah, not yet. We didn't even manipulate on NQ. We didn't get into the 4 hour on NQ. So what does that tell me? A second model is opening up. We pull back to a change, a 3 minute change inside of a 3 minute gap. We did the same exact thing up here, right? Now no SFT, but the SFT up here is still holding, of course. What do we see on a lower time frame? We just zoom ahead, hold that a little bit more, pull back. As soon as I see that on the 3 minute, I'm immediately dropping down time frame to see like, okay, word, is there a way I can get in this trade again with one, good risk, and two, you know, a way to obviously capitalize. So I drop to the 15 second, you know, and I'm looking clean, 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 you know, displacement move. We run these gaps and change, I'm in. There's no reason not to be. So I wait and I'm patient. I wait for that full change and that full, you know, 15 seconds each time to see like, are we gonna actually change? Because there's times where I messed up. NQ already runs this, and NQ is looking to put in a 1 minute change. Boom. My mindset's already like, okay, we're gonna still seek lower. This is just a rebalance, and we're still looking to go lower. So what do I do here? Bam, right there. I see this candle start to flip. We get that full nice change through, and now I'm looking to target the 50% mark, and then obviously, you know, lower. So what do? I'm just gonna, you know, zoom ahead. I tighten up my risk. Why? Because there's points and areas in the market we should not return to. So if this 1 minute bullish gets ran, we're not gonna come back up here, right? Now, if that 1 minute gets ran, I'm really gonna start seeking, you know, this move is going lower. And obviously you start looking at NQ, we start to move lower, and you know, I'm up on the day. I'm risking $75 now, right above this 30 second, and it's above a 15 second. So it's just confidence, you know, and I'm seeing what I want to see. We should not pull back up to this change. Why? Because we're already trying to put in a 1 minute change that we already put on NQ, and then ES obviously is looking to follow that. So if I just zoom ahead a little bit right here, put that 1 minute change in, pull back to it, and now I put a limit buy order of 4 out of the 5 cons, and bam, that will obviously look to get met. Just super, super clean trading. Very, very just, you know, like happy with the decision making and, you know, how we capitalize. Because at the end of the day, coming from a position being down 370 to then, you know, make back like a lot of that, you know, to be up 520, you know, I made about 900 on the day, you know, just trading simple, simple model. And then obviously I let this one run to sell side because that's where I did not see the market coming back, but obviously we did not do that. And later on, we get stopped at break even. So really clean way to end the day, you know, just a little trade recap. I did fix my audio. I do not know why it was, you know, so messed up. I guess it said something in OBS was disabled. So that is my, you know, fault for the mic issues. But other than that, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. I hope everybody enjoyed. It's super quick, super easy way to understand, you know, like I'm just looking for, you know, my model each and every single day. Win, lose, break even, you know, I accept it. So other than that, I appreciate everybody for watching. Until next time, I will catch y'all.